It's an enchanted world that artist Amy Zerner and her husband Monte inhabit. A world peopled with mythological characters, spiritual symbols, and ancient wisdom. Amy's powerful fabric collage tapestries, which have won awards from the National Endowment for the Arts, reflect a lifelong study filled with spirituality, healing arts, and a metaphysical world. And here at Amy's Enchanted World studio is where all the magic begins. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Dee.
How are you?
Welcome.
Thank you. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love everything that's here.
Thank you.
Take me on your adventure here.
I work much as a painter, uses paint. I use all my fabrics and ribbons and trimmings. And I love to use my intuition and let the dream come through me. That's the feeling that I have.
Well, tell me how you make your tapestries.
I begin with the upholstery material.
No.
That's my blank canvas. And I don't make a sketch. And some people are surprised about that. I make a palette of all kinds of fabrics. Isn't this beautiful?
Oh, it is.
And I cut out the flowers from that, for instance. And maybe that flower will become part of this tree. And I work by cutting and gathering and assembling. And I love to border them with ribbons.
When you're doing a piece like this, about how many different textures and characters do you bring in?
It's hard to say. On some of my big ones, they have over 100 different pieces of beads and elements. These are clouds that I cut out of a Polynesian fabric. I really like to mix cultures together, too, so I might use a silk from Venice mixed with lace from France.
So it really has a universal feel
Yes,
to it.
because I think that reflects a lot of what our makeup is. Another interesting material that I use is called Wonder Under. Wonder Under is a fusible glue, and it's great for applique. When I get this just the way I want it, I'll iron it all down, and then I'll applique it on my machine with perfect colors that also add accents. This is a
Let me
finished
just
piece.
see this.
This is a small piece. Would you like to see some of the bigger ones?
Oh, I'd love to.
Okay, let's go.
Amy, your talent is so blessed. Where do you get the inspiration?
Well, ancient wisdom always teaches me so much about ourselves, and this one is very cross-cultural again. It has Egypt, Native America, it has the phoenix rising.
There's a lot of wisdom in your artwork.
Thank
Amy.
you.
Now tell me a little bit about this one. I see stars.
It's called Divine Order, and it's really, to me, like the source of life. It's very lush. It seems like the chaos of nature, but everything is in its right place.
Aha, you thought it was a tapestry, didn't you? It's wearable art.
You look gorgeous.
Well, thank you. Now I have to just ask you about this. Are these commissioned pieces?
Mostly I love to do commissions because then I put the person's personal symbols and colors and all the things that they need to live with into their piece.
Our personality.
That's right.
What is this?
That's my little griffin. This is the High Priestess, and the griffin helps
Oh, it's from
her.
one of your cards.
That's right. The biggest project I ever did was designing 78 tapestries for the Enchanted Tarot.
And is this the size?
This is the size, and I did one tapestry for each card.
Oh, those are great. So,
This is the High Priestess. She represents intuition. And by just being still, you can know and get the answers. This one is the Lovers. He has a hard time choosing between her and her. So when that comes up, it means you have a difficult choice to make.
well, you know, I love to have my cards read.
Oh, you know who would like to do it?
Monte.
My husband,
Yeah.
that's right. You want to
So-
go find him?
I think it's time.
Okay.
All right. Don't go away. I'm getting my tarot cards read next. I am so blown away. Your wife is so talented.
She's astounding. Every day I come into the studio and I'm blown away too.
Well, I must say you're quite a duo. I'm actually sitting here with Monte Farber, who is Amy's husband, and he is the other half of this great, great team. But let's talk about, you know, I know that you both do readings, and she does
Yes.
the art, and you're an author. What is it? How many books have you written?
We've done 16 books now.
In many, many countries, right? Different
Yes, and
languages?
there are 9 languages around the world, and what we do is we help people get in touch with their decision-making abilities and improve it.
I know what you're talking about. Because basically in my life, you know, I've been having my cards read for years, and I
Sure.
like astrology, and I like tea leaves and everything. And I do treat it as a guide.
Yeah.
This sort of helps me. I'm guided through this maze of life. I brought my instant tarot reader over because I'm really excited about it. You know what I like? The fact that you have the cards in it and that anybody can learn to read tarot cards.
Yes, because there's 11 different positions, and most people get scared because every card means something different in a different position.
The Celtic cross landing, right?
Exactly, the Celtic cross. And
I learned that in the book.
well, I'm glad someone's reading it. No, but each card means something different in a different position, and that's what usually turns people off because they figure they can never remember it. And I've interpreted every card in every position, so it's so simple that anyone can do it.
Monte, so many people don't understand tarot cards. Can you give us an overview?
Sure. Tarot is really a sacred machine that enables us to capture the moment and have it reflected back to us. If a person was to ask a question sincerely and with the intention of getting an answer, they could go outside like a Native American and look at the clouds and look at the leaves blowing in the trees and be able to read that, see a picture maybe, or the way tea leaf readers look at the picture of the tea leaves in the bottom of a cup. But the tarot gives you pictures that work on your subconscious mind in the language of symbols, which is the language of our dreams. So when you lay out a tarot card reading, you look at the pictures that Amy has done, the 78 tapestries. You usually look at 11 of the cards, and they will tell you something.
Uh-huh. Well, while I'm shuffling the cards, because I would like a 3-card reading, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
What's the most frequently asked question?
Well, the most frequently asked questions in this order are love, money, and career, and then in New York City people ask, will I ever get an apartment?
Well, love just came in the room.
There she is.
That apartment is very interesting if you're in the New York area.
And I'm not kidding about that either.
I can
Everybody wants to know.
imagine. But basically, you want to make sure that people have a question in their mind.
See, that's it. You want to have a question in your mind because you're focusing your intent. The cards line up in a certain arrangement, and they will now reflect what you were thinking about back to you.
All right, wait 1 second. Ready.
Okay. This is the past, the present, and the future.
What a great reading.
Now, this is one of the best ones I've ever seen.
Is that right?
Yes, because in the past it says the star. The star is the refreshment after the storm. So this is like the Peer Gynt suite. That da 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 da. Right now, it's justice, which is all about contracts. It's all about the law. It's all about getting everything straight, making sure that you get what you deserve.
Yes.
And the future is the wish card. It's the 9 of hearts, and it's a picture of a genie opening a box and saying, whatever you want.
We love the wish card.
Yes, it's the spiritual get-out-of-jail-free card. So anything you want, you get with the wish card. That's the great thing about the tarot. When we've done negative readings for people, they usually understand exactly what it's talking about. It's not so much that it tells you what you don't know, it's that it reinforces what you do know and helps you clarify your mind about what you have to do about it.
Well, as I had mentioned to you before, I have been doing this for years, and I understand the good and the bad. I mean, because it's all life.
Yes.
Yeah, life is a cycle.
It's all reflected in the tarot. The word trump, there's 22 cards. The first 22 cards are called the trump cards. It really comes from the word triumph, which is a triumphal procession of the fool's journey from being the fool to knowing that he owns the world. And then he starts becoming the fool again. It's that constant cyclical cycle.
This was a fabulous reading.
You got great cards.
And I didn't even fix them.
Thank you so much for bringing me into your enchanted world.
Our pleasure.
Please come back anytime.
Well, I can say that I have had such a good time with both of you.
Thank you.
That, hey, come on, I'll buy you dinner at the restaurant. Let's go get dinner, okay?
Sounds good to me.
Read your cards again
It's a
anytime.
deal.
Okay. They really were great cards. That's our show for today. Thanks for watching. And remember, whatever you do, just do it with style.